The St. Louis Blues find themselves at a critical juncture, facing a period of significant underperformance that has left fans and analysts alike questioning the trajectory of their season. Recent losses have underscored a deepening slump, with the team delivering what many consider their most disappointing displays to date. This challenging stretch culminated in consecutive defeats on January 31st and February 2nd, highlighting systemic issues within the squad. However, a potential silver lining emerges in the form of the upcoming 2026 Winter Olympic Games, offering a much-needed pause for reflection, recovery, and strategic recalibration. The team's recent struggles are starkly evident in their January 31st loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets, followed by another disheartening defeat against the Nashville Predators on February 2nd. These results have pushed the Blues to a performance level described as their most disappointing, a sentiment echoed across the league. As the NHL season progresses, such downturns can severely impact playoff aspirations, making every game and every opportunity for improvement vitally important. Coincidentally, the Winter Olympic Games are set to commence in Milan, Italy, on February 6th, with the men's hockey tournament kicking off shortly thereafter on February 11th. This global sporting event provides an involuntary, yet potentially beneficial, hiatus for the NHL schedule. The Blues are not slated to return to competitive play until February 26th, granting them a substantial period away from the ice. This extended break is not merely a pause. It represents a crucial window for rest, physical recuperation, and perhaps most importantly, a short but impactful reset for the entire organization. A significant concern for the Blues has been the health of key players. Dylan Holloway, a promising forward, was sidelined with an injury on January 29th. Even more impactful was the leg procedure undergone by Robert Thomas on January 31st. Thomas, a pivotal figure in the Blues' offensive scheme, currently leads the team in points with an impressive 33 through just 41 games. His absence creates a substantial void that the team has struggled to fill. Holloway, with 17 points in 34 games, also represents a vital component of the lineup. Beyond these immediate concerns, the break offers a golden opportunity for other players who have spent time on injured reserve, such as Mathieu Joseph, Oskar Sundqvist, and Pius Suter, to achieve full recovery. The team's ability to contend for a playoff spot will largely hinge on these players returning to 100% health, ensuring maximum output and depth across all lines. Amidst these player-centric issues, the role of general manager Doug Armstrong becomes even more central. Armstrong is slated to serve as the general manager for Team Canada during the Olympic Games, a prestigious but demanding role. Despite this international commitment, his primary focus must remain on the St. Louis Blues and the critical decisions that lie ahead. The team's approach to potential trades has been described as lackluster compared to the proactive stance taken in prior seasons. With approximately $31 million in cap space, Armstrong possesses some flexibility. But the strategic utilization of this resource, especially during the Olympic break, will be paramount. This period offers a unique chance for Armstrong to engage in discussions, evaluate options, and potentially execute trades that could fundamentally alter the team's fortunes for the remainder of the season. The convergence of player recovery, strategic planning, and the Olympic pause presents a complex but potentially transformative moment for the St. Louis Blues. The St. Louis Blues currently find themselves at their most disappointing performance level, a stark contrast to previous seasons. Recent losses, including a January 31st defeat against the Columbus Blue Jackets and a February 2nd stumble against the Nashville Predators, underscore their struggles. These consecutive setbacks have highlighted significant vulnerabilities within the squad, prompting urgent calls for strategic adjustments. The upcoming Winter Olympic Games, hosted in Milan, Italy, from February 6th to 22nd, with the men's hockey tournament commencing on February 11th, present an unexpected but potentially invaluable opportunity for the team. This forced hiatus, which sees the Blues return to play only on February 26th, offers a critical period for rest, and what many hope will be a much-needed short reset for the entire organization. Crucially, this break arrives at a time when several key players are grappling with injuries. Dylan Holloway, a dynamic forward, was placed on injured reserve on January 29th. More significantly, top scorer Robert Thomas underwent a leg procedure on January 31st, an absence that deeply impacts the team's offensive capabilities. Thomas, with an impressive 33 points in just 41 games, currently leads the team in scoring, making his recovery paramount. Holloway, contributing 17 points in 34 games, also represents a vital component whose healthy return is eagerly anticipated. Beyond these recent injuries, the Olympic pause provides an extended window for other players who have previously spent time on injured reserve, such as Mathieu Joseph, Oskar Sundqvist, and Pius Suter, to achieve full and complete healing. The team's prospects for a resurgence and a potential playoff push are inextricably linked to these players returning to 100% health, ensuring they can perform at their peak. General Manager Doug Armstrong faces a complex challenge during this period. While he will be actively involved as the general manager for Team Canada during the Olympics, his attention must also remain sharply focused on the St. Louis Blues. The team's approach to potential trades has been characterized as lackluster when compared to the aggressive maneuvers observed in previous seasons. However, with approximately $31 million in cap space, Armstrong possesses a degree of financial flexibility. This capital, combined with the strategic timing of the Olympic break, creates a unique environment for potential roster adjustments. The break offers a rare opportunity for unhurried discussions, thorough evaluations of trade targets, and the potential execution of deals that could significantly influence the Blues' trajectory for the remainder of the season. The convergence of player recovery, strategic planning, and Armstrong's dual responsibilities makes this a pivotal moment for the St. Louis Blues organization. The team desperately needs a shift in momentum, and the Olympic break could serve as the catalyst for that transformation, provided the opportunities are seized effectively. The focus remains on maximizing this downtime, both for player recuperation and for strategic team building, to ensure a stronger, more competitive return to NHL play. The Olympic break presents an indispensable window for the St. Louis Blues, primarily facilitating the crucial recovery of injured players. Robert Thomas, the team's leading scorer, and Dylan Holloway, a significant offensive contributor, can now dedicate themselves to full rehabilitation. Thomas's importance to the Blues' offensive output cannot be overstated. His return at peak performance is paramount for generating goals and driving play. Similarly, Holloway's healthy re-entry into the lineup is essential for restoring depth and versatility. Beyond these immediate concerns, the extended hiatus allows for the complete healing of other players who have previously battled injuries, including Mathieu Joseph, Oskar Sundqvist, and Pius Suter. Their full recovery is vital for bolstering team depth and ensuring consistent performance across all lines. This specific break represents the only significant pause in the NHL calendar this season, underscoring its critical importance for player recuperation as the team prepares for a demanding playoff push in the latter half of the schedule. Without this period, the cumulative effect of injuries could severely hamper their aspirations. Concurrently, General Manager Doug Armstrong faces a unique strategic opportunity, albeit one complicated by his dual role as GM for Team Canada during the Olympics. While his attention will be divided, the exigency for making shrewd trade adjustments for the Blues remains critical. The team cannot afford a continuation of the lackluster approach to trades observed in recent seasons. Urgency is required to acquire talent that can immediately impact their trajectory. Armstrong's previous statement in December, indicating an openness to offers, now gains heightened relevance. Reports from sources such as Elliot Friedman suggest the Blues are specifically targeting players aged 22-24, aiming to inject youthful energy and long-term potential into the roster. The team's approximately $31 million in cap space offers some flexibility, yet acquiring a major player without trading existing assets remains a challenge. This financial constraint means that significant roster changes might necessitate difficult decisions, potentially even considering a high-value asset like Robert Thomas as trade bait to secure the desired young talent. The Olympic break, therefore, becomes a period of intense negotiation and strategic maneuvering, allowing for last-minute calls and discussions before the trade deadline. Adding another layer to this complex scenario are the 5 Blues players participating in the Olympics: Colton Parayko and Jordan Binnington for Canada, Philip Broberg for Sweden, Dalibor Dvorsky for Slovakia, and Pius Suter for Switzerland. For these athletes, the Olympic experience offers a distinct chance to retool their performances and regain confidence on a global stage. Competing against top international talent can provide a significant boost in motivation and sharpen their play, potentially leading to improved form upon their return to the NHL. While their rest period will be contingent on their national team's progress in the tournament, a minimum of 3 days of rest is guaranteed after the gold medal game on February 22nd. This structured break, combined with the high-stakes competition, could serve as a unique conditioning and mental reset. The collective impact of this Olympic break, providing essential rest for non-Olympian players, facilitating crucial injury recoveries, and offering a platform for participating Blues to refine their game, could indeed be the pivotal turning point the St. Louis Blues desperately need to salvage their season and mount a serious challenge for the playoffs. The effectiveness with which Armstrong navigates this period, both strategically and logistically, will undoubtedly define the team's fortunes moving forward.